Hey guys, we're going to take a look at this Stanley fatmax car jumper, which is a fantastic item for a prepper, and we're going to talk about this unit in particular and what you kind of need as a prepper or survivalist that will be helpful to you, and why these things really are just absolutely worth their weight in gold. Now let me start out by saying that the Stanley are kind of the low end of the market. You can definitely spend a lot more than what I did. These are like 50 bucks. And they kind of start it there, and you're going up into the hundreds of dollars for the nicer ones. But I just wanted kind of entry level, something to throw in the car during hunting season, something, God forbid, I ever have to bug out, I can throw in the car for a little extra portable power. So, of course, what this thing does is it jump starts cars with dead batteries. It's also got an air compressor and a USB port so that you can charge your phone or things like that. It's pretty simple to use. You literally just turn it from off to on after you've attached your jumper cables, or there's a switch in the back for the air compressor and a little hose for the air compressor. Simple. Now, why these things are so great is, number one, it provides an alternative power source. And it's really kind of, these things aren't meant to be run like a generator. They're not meant to, these things are not meant for the batteries to drain down to zero. They're meant to be used a little bit, then charged. So if you are in a bug out situation, and say you do have to, do some work on your car or something like that, your car just dies, your battery dies, you can recharge it. You can plug a CB radio into your 12 volt, maybe make some communications to other people in your group via radio, or charge something, or whatever it is you got to do. You get the car running, boom. You plug it back in to the 12 volt and you can top that battery off. So it is kind of, like I said, they're not meant to be drained down to zero, but if you keep the thing topped off as you go along, it can be a pretty helpful and useful thing. It's got a battery status indicator, so you definitely know how long your battery is. Has the capability of USB charging as well, if I didn't mention. So I can cover flat tires, dead batteries, as well as powering some real simple and basic gear like cell phones, radios, medical equipment. Guys, if you have, say, like a nebulizer for your kid, a lot of those nebulizers come with adapters for cars. So if you're like camping or out on the road or whatever, you can use them in the car. Very important thing. If you've got a bug, you're in a bug out, people have medical conditions, anything that uses this 12 volt plug, you can run on here. This may be a lifesaver. Maybe you do have some medical stuff that you can run off that. Just as an extra added thing, it's a great extra precaution. This model here has a light. Whoop-de-doo. It's really nothing spectacular. It really just kind of points up and down, and it's not the brightest, so it's okay. I let this thing sit around for a couple of weeks. The battery dropped basically the green light stopped coming on, so it lost full charge after a couple of weeks. Then it went out, filled up the airs of my the air in my car tires, my wife's car. I think I even threw some air in the John Deere. Came back and it still had two lights on. Topped it off. The battery does seem to hold a pretty good charge and stays for quite a while. So this is definitely something you can leave out and just charge every couple of weeks, or once a month throw it on the charger and top it off, or maybe even get a trickle charger for it, up to you. But just such a neat little thing, and like I said, this is something can definitely be a major part of your bug out plan to have available for your car. It's something that can very easily save your life, save someone else's life, especially if it is something you're using to run medical equipment or something like that, because you never know what's going to happen to your car. Emergencies happen. That's the nature of the game. That's why we do what we do. So a couple things to point out, just a couple little tips. Of course, I think it's really nice that this one has USB capabilities. I think that's something you should definitely look for. Being able to charge your phone in an emergency situation is definitely a plus. Being able to charge your phone if your car is dead, more of a plus. 12 volt adapter, they all come with that, so that's no big deal. But I think the USB. One thing to note, this one here comes with an adapter to plug it into the wall. I do not like that. I do not like the idea of having to bring this with me in a bug out. It's something that will be easily forgotten. if at all possible, get yourself one that plugs in via an extension cord, not an adapter, because extension cords are everywhere. You know, you can have an extension cord in your car already, whereas this adapter, yeah, you can buy an extra one. These things, you know, you can get something like this on eBay for, you know, a couple of bucks. It's just a 12-volt adapter. I'm sure you could get these on eBay for nothing. Throw a couple in your car, but you know, do you want to forget about it? Plus, these things, you know how it is with these things. They're not the toughest things on earth. After a while, they break. The connectors don't stop working as good. Things don't charge as well. They break down over time. So, I would definitely get one that uses an extension cord to charge. This one here also came with a 12-volt, so you can charge it from your car battery as you're driving. They recommend that you don't do that on a regular basis, that you plug it into the wall as much as possible, so I guess it charges better for some reason. I think maybe more juice, maybe, I don't know. But, you know, the thing seems to work okay. Is it, you know, top of the line? Absolutely not. But it's a good starter. It's good, you know, it's something in the wintertime I'll keep in my car, you know, and that way if people have flats or dead tires, I can help out. You know, it'll be in my car for hunting season and all that. And again, like I said, this will be kind of an extra thing, an extra little bit of help that will go into the car. If there's ever a bug out scenario, give me that extra little bit of power, give me that extra little bit of edge I might not have, and I'm going to kind of build around it too. I'm going to, I think, get some radios and things like that I can plug into this and build onto it. That way I do have kind of a mobile power and communications thing going on, but we'll see. Plenty of time to work on all that stuff. Just wanted to show you and show you why these things are so important.